when I started the church, I was being assessed for church planting, and the people that were assessing me kept asking me, like, what church are you going to model the Austin Stone after?
I was asked to write an article about the Missional church, and to be honest, I actually had never even really heard the term.
Just kept telling them, look, I really want to move to Austin. I want to discover what the culture is, and I want to read the Bible.
I grew up in a home where church was consistent. We were all about missions, but missions was an offering that we took up.
We, a lot of times as American Christians, church is something that we do. New Testament believers, church is who they were.
When the church doesn't expect normal, everyday Christians to be on mission in the everyday life, then I think we've misunderstood the very nature of what it means to be God's people.
The more I read about it and the more I spoke to people about it, I found myself really captivated by this idea, this just basic idea that every single Christian is called to be a missionary in whatever context God has placed them.
I remember my dad around when I was in high school just really saying, we're going to live on mission. We're going to live that out. And I got to watch that with him. My dad was a construction worker.
There's a school here in town that is a more under-resourced neighborhood, more impoverished neighborhood. So we called out to the church and said, hey, let's go be intentional about living on mission in this high school.
My dad's getting up at 1, 2 a.m. talking to these guys, shepherding them, if you will. And my dad's, just an everyday, normal Christian.
We had folks that were teachers in more affluent schools in other parts of the town leave their jobs, move into the neighborhood, and go be teachers in this school.
There'd be a need, we'd bring it to the dinner table, and my dad would say, so should we, one of us give up our bedroom? One of you boys want to give up your room for a season because someone needs a place to live?
Hundreds of volunteers came into the school, started mentorship programs, and within 1 year, we saw them pass the standardized test scores, and the state of Texas didn't shut it down.
A kid who is not doing well with his family, or somebody just got out of prison and needs a place to land to help get started again.
Kind of modeling Jesus. I mean, he lived incarnation. He came to us. He put on our skin. He lived in our neighborhood. And so I think that's what we've tried to model is, hey, we're not going to come in from outside and tell you what you need to do, but we want to come and live with you and suffer with you and be on the ground with you.